who the person is, what religion, whatever, is just the practice of being there for the person. That's listen, and also become a sounding board, so the person can crystallize his or her thoughts.
Right.
Because a lot of times they have these thoughts running around in their heads, and they've never crystallized them. And once they hear their own words repeated, it's like, that's what I mean. You know, they need that. And because there's too much isolation out there, and the churches, per se, have been isolating people. They've been rewarding, you could say, this patriarchal type of heterosexual machoism. And it's been very damaging because the whole aspect of the person is forgotten.
Right.
You know?
Well, it kind of squashes any other expression of what it means to be a man.
Right.
They, even anything else aside, even giving them what they want, the white heterosexual male, if you don't fit into this behavior pattern, you're not enough of a man.
Yeah.
Never mind straying from what they accept.
Right. It's a strange society we live in, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's both accepting and rejecting.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with it. Because a few moments you could be really elated and say, wow, this was really a wonderful thing. You step outside of your office or pick up the phone, and there you are on the floor, with these comments.
Yeah. Wow.
The other thing I remember hearing someone say about, you were saying getting out of the gay ghetto. For trans folks, for gay folks, for anybody that can find that insular environment, is that it may be a useful stepping stone,
a cocoon.
But in a lot of ways, it's just right. But if you don't step outside of it, it just ends up being a bigger closet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Very
That's a good way to put it.
You've let people in that are like you, but you really haven't stepped out into the world.
So you do need to have a certain association with other people within your community, where there's the more narrow community associated with your particular continent, or or the longer strings of consonants. But you also need to live your life.
Right.
Essentially, you have to go out and participate in life, and
it's a process, especially when you grow up being taught to hate yourself.
Right.
to get around to that point where you can trust strangers to, treat you like a human being.
That's a good point, because it took me a while to become involved in transsexual support groups, and I was afraid to go. And as bad as it sounds to hear myself say it, I really think I was afraid of my reflection. What was I going to see reflected back at me? Because
the fear is the worst of what you see out there is what you're portraying.
Yes.
Not the best. Yeah. And that feeds out of the low self-esteem that you have when you're dealing with any of these issues that drive you into the dark corners of your brain.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because gay people experience the same thing as homophobia.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's we take a lot of time to draw the distinctions between homosexuality and transsexuality, but the social aspects are very, very similar.
That's right.
And that's why we're, as Stacy said, all in the same string.
Yeah.
And we have a call. Good evening, NLC Trans. You're on the air.
Hi. I just wanted to say that I think you guys are beautiful people, and you shouldn't feel separated from society, and just live your life and just be happy with yourself. You guys are beautiful people regardless of who you are.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
And try not to listen to other people that are criticizing you, because that means that they're unhappy with themselves. And
Right.
Don't stop believing in yourself and loving yourself.
Nope.
God bless you guys.
No, the scary part is some of those people doing the criticizing are influential world leaders that lots of people do listen to. And so we're trying to put a different message out.
Yeah, a lot of those world leaders aren't right themselves.
Right.
That's true.
Ultimately, I think that's the realization we're coming to.
Yes, that is so true.
So I just wanted to let you guys know that and just keep doing what you're doing. And you guys are beautiful people.
Oh,
And
thank
anybody tell you
you.
different.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for
Happy New
calling.
Year.
That was sweet.
That was wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, I love calls like that.
Me too.
There are some really wonderful people out there.
Yep.
There are. There certainly are.
And they so more than offset the really bad ones. And
Yes.
we can so laugh at the bad ones. you know.
we can, to a point. To a point.
Well, except when they get, sometimes you can't laugh at them, but
When they start supporting roving groups of
yeah.
Thugs.
thugs
Yeah,
whose job
basically.
it is to beat up people that act differently in the name of civil order.
Yeah.
That was the Russian Orthodox Church.
Yeah, you were talking about that the other night. That was very interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
That was actually the one here.
And what's going on in Moscow now with the gay rights movement and all that?
They're having a real tough time in Russia. It's really tough there. Yeah. They were. This article that I had seen was from a little earlier last year. I think it was November time frame. But they said religiously motivated gangs will be on the streets of Moscow assisting police with monitoring suspicious citizens and other public duties. Orthodox religious groups can put things in order, this is a quote, in the place where they live, and through this put things in order in the whole country. Moscow Patriarchate Archpriest Vesvolod Chaplain. He said that public order is not only police business, it should be the business of all people. He said it takes, if people take it partly in their own hands, the order will be induced much faster.
Wow. That is so scary.
It is.
That is
It's
just
a
wow.
real police state.
Yeah, that's
That's
not something you hear very often.
no, not covered very widely apparently. That high-ranking official in the Russian Orthodox Church was recommending that the public rise up and physically reprimand anybody that was suspicious, which is their code for gay people.
Gay people, transgender people.
Transgender people, but yeah, this article was focusing specifically on gay rights marches are banned in Moscow, and the mayor has called gay people satanic.
Wow.
You feel pretty satanic?
I gotta tell you, you don't look satanic
You don't look
to me.
it at all.
Oh, God. I don't know.
But
There are a lot of misguided people in the world.
there are.
And they're in the right places. That's the problem.
That's the problem, right. I don't care if they're misguided, but then they get other people going. They're in positions to make it legal to do things that create, classed societies again.
Yeah.
Well, the church has always done that. I mean, for 1,000 years, they've been saying kill people who are different.
Yeah.
True.
Which I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it incorrectly, but it seems to violate what Jesus was saying.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It's sad what they've done. They took the cross and turned it into a sword.
Yeah.
And any time you disagreed with them, off went your head or a part of your body.
Right, or they tie you to a stick and set it on fire.
Well, they would
Yeah.
just bundle you up. That's where faggot came from.
Oh, yeah.
Faggot is a bundle of wood.
Right.
Okay.
And what they used to do when they burned witches, they would burn gay people along with the witches. They would throw them, bundle them up, and put them at the foot of the witch.
Wow,
Like
I didn't
a faggot
know that.
would.
Yeah, faggot.
Ah, okay.
So,
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah.
That's wonderful. I mean, it's not